All right, everybody, I have Rachel Clark McNeill here from L&M Office Furniture to do our CET challenge. She is going to create a collaborative hangout space for us in 5 minutes or less. Hello, Rachel. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing well over here. As you're drawing, as we talked about, I'm going to ask you just some kind of fun questions to distract you a bit, but because you're so skilled, I'm sure you'll be able to create something wonderful in a short amount of time. To start, Rachel, what is your favorite color?
Oh, I feel like it's always been blue, but I've been very drawn to greens here in the past couple of years. I just got married last year and we went with green as our color palette.
Congratulations. So green, like bridesmaids dresses and ties and what kind of green did you go with?
Like that sagey, natural, like eucalyptus color type green.
Ooh, lovely, kind of calming.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find yourself using that in any of your designs?
Yes, sometimes I do. It's easy to incorporate that color because, like I said, green is nature, and it can sometimes give off just a neutral effect.
Sure. Do you tend to include greens and shades of green when you're doing more kind of industrial spaces or more spaces where you have like wood tones, or kind of a mix?
Probably a mix, I would say.
What kind of spaces do you enjoy working on the most?
Honestly, like what we're doing right now. I love collaborative spaces. I've been working really hard on getting more collaborative spaces in our showroom. I think they're getting more and more popular. Definitely my favorite space. I even like hospitality, which we don't get to do as often, but love to do a hospitality space. Those are the real fun ones.
Sure. And what about that, what about them makes it fun to you?
Well, so my background, I started in residential. Always wanted to be in commercial, but since I started doing that for about 2 or 3 years, straight out of the gate, I really loved doing some of that. Kind of found a little bit of a love for it. It was a love-hate relationship because I was also doing sales, but I realized that I was passionate about residential as well. And so I think when I get to do a hospitality space every now and then, it just kind of brings me back to those roots. But these spaces I think are even better because you're using commercial grade products and a wide variety of products. So hospitality is a ton of fun. It's just where I get into it. But I do sometimes get to do in education spaces like higher ed and healthcare. I get to dip into a little bit more of that residential as well, and that's fun.
Residential. I love that. Is that like an industry term?
Oh, it's totally a term. Some people hate that term, but it's a thing.
Okay. So are you a designer that finds yourself, when you go into like a doctor's office waiting area, or you go into an higher ed, like library opening section or welcome room or anything like that, do you notice the design and the layout and how things look and say like, ooh, I would have done this differently, or ooh, that's great, I'll try that in my next design? Do you think about those things at all?
Oh, absolutely. And I take it even farther, and I will flip a chair over, and I'm not embarrassed to do it.
To see what manufacturer it is, where it came from,
was or whatnot. Yeah, I've definitely done that. Now I'll wait and do that until I'm like in an exam room or something, but I've asked permission before, like, I really want to know who makes this, or oh yeah, if I want to know.
You'll find a way.
Oh yeah.
That's so fun. So prior to this work, let's say, when you were a kid, what was it that you wanted to be when you grew up?
So a lot of people don't believe me, but I knew I wanted to be an interior designer in about the 6th or 7th grade.
Okay.
So I had been exposed to a designer, grew up with them. We attended the same church. And so I just kind of saw what she did, and she renovated our church or designed the interior. And I was like, this is a field, this is cool. Well, I always knew I was creative and artistic. But I knew I wasn't talented enough to do like true art or anything. And I love photography and stuff like that. But once I found out that that was a field that I could actually go into, I looked into it. I was very, very interested, which seems crazy for someone that young, but
yeah,
it's the truth.
yeah.
I knew a long time ago.
Did you like find yourself trying to draw, like hand draw spaces and you know, design things at that time just to see?
I did. I wasn't very good. I wasn't very good at all. But sometimes I would try to draw like the corner of a room and things like that. It wasn't really until high school that I learned how to use those tools better. And then college, of course, you take hand drafting and hand rendering. Learned a ton in that and how to be quick.
Okay, Rachel, look what you created in a short amount of time. If you'll just kind of walk us through what you have here.
Okay, so I went with mostly, or I think I did all in this one, OFS products. They have really good smart tools, so they're great for quick designs. Even if you're just space planning with the end user and you don't quite know the exact products you're going to use, they have made their symbols really easy to use. Collaborative spaces, I normally do more than this, but I love little ottomans and poofs. They're so easy to move around. It can serve as an additional seat or a table. I love to fill a space with these as much as possible. I gave you 3 different choices of seating here. You've got tall seating, which some people definitely gravitate to, especially since we have a 6 top here. We can have multiple people in here to collaborate. Then you've got more of a comfortable seating section over here. 4 lounge seats, throw some pillows in, make it real comfortable and inviting. Then you've got this space that's a little more private. This could be, you know, just 2 people sitting in here chatting, kick back, relaxing, or we can actually mount a TV right here and have a full-blown collaborative meeting that can sit up to 6 people.